Alberto has been creating a program that benefits this community, and we're honored to be here to celebrate his client. So again, salud.
Salud.
I'm going to make a pause here for a second, and I want to honor somebody. We want to offer our condolences to those here tonight who knew and admired Joe Sanchez. Joe Sanchez was the owner of Classic Spiriting and Beverage Group, whose only passed away a couple of days ago. For 30 years, Joe was committed to building a successful company alongside his employees. He was a great partner of Miller Coors. Our deepest condolences to his family, employees, and many friends. Now, moving forward, I want to congratulate and welcome all the Latino leaders who are here tonight. Thank you for all that you do for our community and for our people. I also want to say special thanks to our West Coast New York Coors team. A lot of them are here tonight. Vice President of Sales, Pacific Region, Brian Earhart. General Manager, Ian Yochino. Sorry, Ian. Yochoni. I got it, Yochoni. Matt April, who's the Superior Sales Manager, and Field Marketing Manager, General Correa. Thank you for your support of the program and the great work that you're doing. Also here tonight are Karina Deal, the Director of Community Affairs at Miller Coors, Brendan Noonan, who's the Marketing Director of Coors Light. Brendan and his team have been, for the past 10 years, big supporters and a key group that has ensured that this effort continues moving forward and continues being a success. I also want to recognize Felix Perez and Janet Cooper, who are part of our chain. Thank you also to the Los Angeles Mayor, Eric Garcetti. He did a proclamation issue on behalf of Alberto Avalos and the Coors Light Leaders program. Although our Leader of the Year will share highlights of the Coors Light Leaders program to his experience, let me offer that the Leaders program started out of our company's belief that there was a need to empower up-and-coming Latino leaders so that they can best serve their communities. Beyond the $25,000, so we give for the winner and the organization that nominated him, it's awarded a $25,000 grant to develop a leadership program in their community. Outside or besides that grant, we also provide and facilitate the sharing of leadership capacity through grants, networking events, resources, and community partnerships. So it's really about providing these leaders, a community Latino leaders who are making a difference, providing them the tools so they can go farther, so they can climb their mountains. I'm proud to say that for the Leaders Program, we have partnered with more than 700 non-for-profit organizations at a national and local level. They nominate all the outstanding Latinos that have been part of the program and that have been doing great things all around the country. The more than 150 leaders that have participated are now ambassadors for the program and continue to work with diligence and enthusiasm to excel in what they do, celebrate their climb, and continue to help their communities thrive. At Miller Coors, we also believe in education. We help Latino students through the Adelante U.S. Educational Leadership Fund, and also something that not many people know, that we also work very hard for our communities by protecting the environment. Miller Coors has the largest solar array of any brewery right here in Irwindale, California. So just know that when you're drinking your beer, your Miller Coors beer, it was brewed with the power of the sun. Yeah. So now I want to read a proclamation that was issued by the Los Angeles Mayor, Eric Garcetti, honoring our Leader of the Year, Alberto Avalos. City of Los Angeles, congratulations, Alberto Avalos, 2016 Coors Light Leader of the Year. Whereas Alberto Avalos a leader of the Latino community with the Hispanic Heritage Foundation is the 2016 Courtside Leader of the Year. And whereas Latino Americans are the fastest growing ethnic community in Los Angeles, and whereas Hispanic and Latino Americans have contributed significantly to the growth and stability of Los Angeles, and they're helping to shape the future of our city. And whereas Alberto exemplifies the Leader Award by making a true difference and impacting positive change in his community, and he's to be today commended for his leadership, dedication, and service. Now therefore, I, Eric Garcetti, as Mayor of the City of Los Angeles, and on behalf of its residents, proudly join Coors Light along with the Hispanic Heritage Foundation to congratulate Alberto Avalos, who is recognized by his peers and community to be an outstanding individual, with best wishes on his commitment towards making careers in technology more accessible to Latino communities in Los Angeles. March 1st, 2017, signed Eric Garcetti. And now I'm pleased to welcome the Hispanic Heritage Foundation Chairperson, Emmanuel Leites, who will do the honor of introducing the 2016 Courtside Leader of the Year. I just need to mention that it's a great night for all Albertos. Alberto, and I found that Emmanuel, his middle name is Alberto as well.
I'm lucky my mom gave me that middle name, or else I don't think I'd be up here. I was like, you gotta have the Alberto name to be up here. Tonight I'm honored to recognize Alberto Avalos, who I am extremely proud of and just super excited that all the folks here that have gotten to know Alberto over the years really believe in him, not just as a person and a professional, but just as just a human being. His spirit and his ability to connect with people is amazing, and it's hard to find other people like that in this world. So I'll start with that, but I want to say a few things about this award, the Coors Light Líderes program. This is a national award, right? This is not just an LA award. He is the leader in the country. Make sure we all know that. I know us LA people have our swagger, and we love to think that we're already cool, but in Alberto Avalos we have an actual living representation of why we're so cool, and why people out of LA make an impact in the community. And the other thing about this award is that, look, I try to pride myself that I could write good letters of recommendation for my people and people that work with me, but this was not a recommendation from the Hispanic Heritage Foundation or from anyone that he used to work with. This is voting that happens. How many of you voted? Look at this. This is vote. This is like folks all over the country that voted for him. It wasn't just that some flowery recommendation of cool things that people write in these recommendations, but this is a validation from a lot of individuals that had felt the impact from Alberto and the programs that he manages. So I just want to make sure that folks recognize that. And then look, his day job is Innovation and Technology Manager for the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, but he does way more than that. In fact, I challenge anyone to, in a span of 2.5 years, get hired somewhere and then make your team 8 times as big. That's literally what he did. I hired him into the LA office. Now, the base was 1, right? But the team is now 8 people in the LA office for the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, but doing all kinds of cool programs in innovation technology, showing that Latinos are here to lead in this country and are innovative and are creators. We're not just consumers of technology, but we're leading it. And those are the programs that Alberto Avalos is leading. So I want to make sure that folks give him a round of applause for specifically that, being innovative. And then about mentorship, I think I'm proud that he sometimes refers to me as mentor. But I tell people that as we get a little older and more experienced and have some gray hairs, that we need to learn how to be mentored by younger people. And I think one of the things that I'm proudest is that I actually learned from Alberto. and I feel that I've, gotten a great education and training, but the stuff that he does on a day-to-day basis, even though I give him advice here and there, he takes it to another level. And so I ask all of you to always consider that. Our community, the Latino community, is young, right? Our median age is 26 years old. We have a young community, and our young people have a lot to contribute, and Alberto is a perfect example of that. Lastly, sort of a call to action here. This is a unique situation to have an individual like Alberto, but also the individuals in this room. We have so much talent. We have investors, we have CEOs, we have community activists in this room today, and we're all united to recognize an individual. Now, this individual, Alberto has a day job, but like we talk almost every day, and I say, hey, what else can you do? Right? It's not just, hey, congratulations, what else, right? And the only way that he does the what else is by leveraging the support in this room, leveraging the support in this community. So I ask all of you to support him in the programs he does so that he can drive impact, because I can tell you he's getting paid less than what he's worth, but he's contributing so much, and in the long run it's going to pay off, and I ask you all to support him in his mission and his day-to-day work. So with that, I just want to thank Coors Light Líderes program for doing this for 10 years and recognizing all the leaders around the country. I am now, without further ado, want to introduce the man of the hour, Alberto Avalos. Please join me in welcoming.
Yes. Thank you, Manuel. Wow, I just gotta say that again. It's such a beautiful group of people out here. It's just everyone should give themselves a round of applause for coming out. I've been awake since about 4. I've been awake since about 4 a.m. in the morning, doing like a marathon of radio interviews, about 23 from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. this morning. And it was such a powerful experience, really sharing my story, but also sharing kind of the commitment that Miller Coors has made within our own community, and really putting myself on a national platform. So I want to say that I'm extremely grateful to each of you for joining me tonight, and for your continued support throughout my life. And for voting throughout the campaign. I know everyone got those Facebook messages. I try to make them cool every now and then, but I appreciate everyone voting. So I'm happy to be here with all of you to receive this recognition, but know that I don't receive this alone. I received this with all of you, and I thank you for being here today. I'm also very thankful for the overwhelming support and the enthusiasm and the encouragement that I received from the Hispanic Heritage Foundation. I don't think there's ever been a place where I felt so supported, and really kind of the leeway of saying, you got an idea? Do it. There's nothing really stopping you to do it, and not too much bureaucracy. It's just, hey, look, if you want to do something cool, do it. And that's what we've done. We built a team from what was me at one desk on the laptop that I had, to now actually myself saying, hey, we need desks. It's like we need pens and stuff. So I was like, all right, we'll consider.
I get them pens.
We consider it. I want to definitely thank Emmanuel. We just finished speaking, and he trusted me really to launch a national program for one of the premier Latino organizations in the country. And I was 23 at the time. And to think that in 3 years that we went from one community here in Los Angeles in Boyle Heights to over 25 cities in the country, to working with some of the top tech companies in the country, and to even me having been to the White House and presenting our work to different technology leaders across the country. So, it's something I still can't really wrap my head around, of saying like, wow, I'm actually here. So it's been a real honor to kind of have experienced all of this. I received this with all of you, and I'm really, really excited to have been here seeing so many great faces. I'm especially thankful for my familia, my dad, my mom, my brother. My brother Tony, who's patient over there, who's patient. He's very methodical. He's a hustler and a barber. If anyone needs a haircut, sign up. Our garage is now a barber shop. So, my jefa, my mom, María Teresa Ábalos Cervantes de Ixtlán de los Herbores, Michoacán. Emotionally connected, caring, sincere, and genuine mujer, mexicana. My dad, Antonio, Antonio Ábalos Mora de Zamora, Michoacán. Who's disciplined, who's innovative, who's entrepreneurial, who has a get it done any way you can sort of attitude for those that you have met him. You know, some people tell me that I'm crazy about work and you know how little that I sleep. You know, all I say to them is like, you should meet my dad. He's up at 4 or 5 a.m. ready to go every day, and you can, I swear, you can just ask him, "Cansado? Are you tired?" And he always gives you that, "No." You know, always the same. He's always up. You know, so thank you to my family for being patient with me and really never telling me that any idea or any project was too crazy or too much. You know, you taught me to be relentless, to demand more of myself than anyone else ever would. To show up, to work hard, to listen, and to never forget where I come from. You know, anytime I thought about sleeping through a class in college, I really thought about how my parents didn't have that option. So I got up. Anytime that I questioned if I should pick up a book and to study, you know, I thought about a lot of my family members who never got that opportunity. You know, my family gave me their confidence, their will, but most importantly, they gave me their love. You know, one of the key things that they taught me was always help those in need. They embody true leadership, where service is first and foremost. You know, ever since I can remember, my parents have always supported anyone who needed an extra hand. You know, whether it was helping someone fix their car or caring for the health of someone they didn't really know. Regardless of the struggles they faced, my parents never did anything for a thank you. They did it because it was the right thing to do. They've continued to mold me into the man that I've become, and my goal is to really continue that legacy of service and doing well unto others. Un hijo nunca falla, a son never fails, and I can only hope I've made you all as proud as you've made me. I also want to thank the Coors Light Líderes program and Coors Light for really making this possible. Thank you for creating a program that highlights and supports and empowers the work of Latino leaders across the country. You know, I've met so many amazing, amazing people just in this experience alone. Some of them which are here today, like Jennifer and Ana Sheila Victorino, who are also Coors Light Líderes. I share this recognition with them because they're passionate about working on behalf of our community, and they confront obstacles with a sense of adventure and determination. The program motivates us to really continue our efforts to be role models for this generation. My participation in the Coors Light Líderes program has really reconnected me with so many of my friends who, regardless of the time that's passed in our lives, have always been there. You know, I've seen people from elementary. I haven't seen since elementary here, since middle school. It's just been an amazing, amazing time just this evening. I see a lot of faces of the people here today who I've learned from, who I've learned with, who are my mentors. Thank you for picking up the calls regardless if it was 9 a.m. or 2 a.m. when I was calling trying to figure my life out. You know, to be here with you all today means more than you know. This experience has also really propelled my program to another level. The experience really demonstrated the strength that there's in our community to come together and to support an effort that we truly believe in. The experience showed me that as I continue to work to making the tech industry more diverse and more reflective of our community, I know I'm not alone. Because if it's not us, then who? If it's not now, then when? Our community has never only been a community of consumers, as Emmanuel was saying, we've always been a community of creators. A community that's been entrepreneurial by nature. You know, whether it's selling fruit on the ramps, those ceroteros, or crafting recuerdos for the quinceañeras. We've always worked hard, and we've always found a way to make it happen. You know, Latinos have always filled gaps wherever the country needed us to. Whether it was in agriculture, whether it was in manufacturing, whether it was in war. We've always fulfilled those needs. And now as the technology industry continues to grow as fast as it is, we will once again demonstrate that the Latino community brings a value to this country. So this is why I'm so passionate about technology. Think about it. You or I today can go home today and with the laptop and with some internet can reach more people than Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Cesar Chavez combined in a lifetime. You know, social media has created revolutions. So just with that, that's such a powerful thing to think about, that's why I'm so committed to this. Because I know if our community has access to it and learns these skills, we can make such a greater impact than we're doing now. You know, there's a need to fill about 1 million technology jobs by 2020. 500,000 of those of which are open today. And IT will essentially grow about 22% through 2020. And an interesting stat as well is that approximately 7 of 10 new jobs over the next decade will be filled by a Latino, but a very low percentage of that is going to be in technology. And of the hundreds of thousands of employees that are working with the nation's largest tech companies, only about 4% of those are Latino. And approximately only 7% of Latinos, 7% of computer science graduates are Latino. And so our work has become much more important this year. And I'm glad that I have my community beside me, in front of me, ready to go. So thank you very much. I'm honored to be named the Coors Light Leader of the Year. And I look forward to really using that $25,000 award to expand the Hispanic Heritage Foundation's Code as a Second Language program that we started about 3 years ago and now is in 25 cities across the country. And really, a big reason for that is this room. You know, there's so many people in here who've contributed, who've helped me, who volunteered, who've interned, who now work with us to really make that program grow as fast as it has. So with this grant specifically, we're going to bring a Code as a Second Language bootcamp, which is a free and bilingual coding program that instructs Latinos through an engaging introduction to computer science. Because the goal ultimately is how do we make technical training and careers in STEM accessible to all of our communities. The CSL Bootcamp in Los Angeles will essentially provide participants access to the year-round Latinos on Fast Track network, and that's LOFT. A lot of you are familiar with that, to all of our workforce development programs. And all of the participants will essentially connect online and offline with tens of thousands of their peers who are excelling on their own fast track careers. A lot of you are already part of LOFT Network. I know there's a number of you who are also youth awardees from the Hispanic Heritage Foundation. So just about that connecting, you know, this has been really an extraordinary experience for me. And I'm truly humbled for being recognized for something that I'm so passionate about. You know, I feel like when people talk to me, they're like, dude, slow down. You know, it's like, you have so much energy so early in the morning, you know, it's 6, 4, 5 a.m. I'm like, let's go, let's go. You know, it's I can't even begin to say how much of a pleasure it is to go to work every single day. You know, it's like this whole 9 to 5 thing. I'm like, no, I need to get there. I wake up, my dad go to the gym at 4 a.m. I get to the office by 7, you know, and leave whenever my eyes close. You know, it's just, as soon as but I make sure that I make time for my parents and time for my family, because ultimately without them, you know, there's really nothing to work for, because everything that I've done to this point is because of them. And I'm humbled for being recognized about something I'm so passionate about. So thank you all again for your support, and to Coors Light for supporting programs that empower our diverse communities across the country. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're doing something right. I mean, people like him, like Alberto, make a huge difference in our community. And being able to celebrate them and to give them a platform so they can expand their reach is something that we feel really proud of and we want to continue doing. Alberto, you deserve a huge applause. Thank you for the work that you do. Driving team.